Drew Soicher, voted Best Sportscaster by the Colorado Broadcasters Association. From Colorado's sports leader, here's Drew Soicher.
Hi everybody, the Rockies had 8 fewer runs tonight, but still won. Just a day after scoring a franchise record 20, the Rocks jumped out to another early lead over the San Francisco Giants.
Look out, up in the back, Holliday gets plunked, and now the bases are loaded.
Matt Holliday got drilled in the first inning, stared down rookie pitcher Matt Cain, but instead of charging the mound, Holliday waited till the next time he stepped to the plate, belted the longest home run at Coors Field this season, nearly 500 feet, and then talked trash as he rounded the bases. That's what I'm talking about, revenge, sucker! Only problem was Holliday had to bat again, and this time former Rocky Jamie Wright threw at him. Matt's going to wake up black and blue tomorrow morning, but at least the Rocks won 12-4. If tomorrow night's Nuggets game goes down to the final buzzer, I bet all 5 Minnesota Timberwolves will be guarding Carmelo Anthony. He's on one of the greatest streaks of clutch shooting ever. It all started on Friday night when Melo sank a 3-point shot at the very end of regulation to force overtime with the Dallas Mavericks. Just 2 nights later, Anthony did it again. This time it's a baseline jumper to beat the Houston Rockets, and then last night tied with the Phoenix Suns in triple overtime. Let's see, who should take the shot?
Boykin's looking for Melo. Carmelo's got it. Carmelo pull-up, shoots. He scores!
Carmelo Anthony beats the buzzer in 3 consecutive games. Remarkable. You may have noticed Carmelo made the game-winning shot last night with a bloody nose. Kind of reminds me of the time Nuggets legend Rodney White scored a career-high 24 points with a pair of Kleenex jammed up his schnoz. Those 2 players have absolutely nothing else in common, but it's little details like that which make 9 News Colorado's sports leader. Carmelo's so popular that half the crowd wears his jersey to the game. Many of those people also don Melo's trademark headband. And now, I think we've stumbled across a new craze. This is the best yet. Watch closely. Some guy in the front row with a blue denim shirt and a tissue stuffed deep in his left nostril, cheering wildly for our main man, Carmelo Anthony. It's the single greatest show of support by one fan for one player in sports history. Oddly enough, even my Carmelo Anthony bobblehead doll today had a bloody nose, so it's just that kind of thing going on here.
Forget the white towels and the thunder sticks.
Exactly
Everybody
right.
stick Kleenex up your
Exactly.
nose.
Much cheaper way to support your favorite player. Broncos superfan Tim McKernan is no longer Denver's most eligible bachelor this morning.
You may kiss your bride.
McKernan, better known as the Barrel Man, married Becky Moorer in a quiet private ceremony outside the football stadium this weekend. About 400 friends and family attended and were treated to a tailgate reception with turkey, chicken wings, and a roast pig. Good for them, Mr. and Mrs. Barrel Man. Hi everybody, when the schedule first came out, I thought this might be the night Barry Bonds passes Babe Ruth on the all-time home run list, but unless he hits 7 of them tonight, that ain't gonna happen. The San Francisco Giants are in town for the first time this season. Through 15 games, Bonds, who's been bothered by elbow and knee injuries, is homerless, stuck on 708 for his career, and still considered the most dangerous hitter in the game. Nuggets head coach George Karl ought to be ashamed of himself. He was not as advertised. Oh, sure, Karl led the Nuggies to the greatest mid-season turnaround in franchise history and won nearly every game he coached. But so what? George failed to live up to expectations. You owe us an apology.
I do.
Yes, when you first got hired, all we saw was this videotape of this raging lunatic kicking and screaming and spitting on everybody and being held back by assistant coaches. It was exciting. This is our new coach. And then you take over, and here's this lovable guy on the sideline wearing throwback jerseys and holding babies during the game and shooting half-court shots backwards during practice. What happened?
Well, I've always had that in me.
The resolution on the ThunderVision video screen is so sharp that you probably ought to comb your hair before coming to the ball game, just in case somebody points a camera at you. Is there something stuck in my teeth?
Here's Drew Soicher.
Hi everybody, cross your fingers, cross your toes. Heck, this one's even worth crossing your eyes over. The Nuggets are reportedly the most aggressive team pursuing Allen Iverson tonight. The Philadelphia 76ers are listening to offers for their super-duper star guard, and according to ESPN, Denver has gotten their attention by dangling Andre Miller, thank you, Joe Smith, and Nene. Iverson is a 10-time All-Star and former NBA Most Valuable Player who would instantly make the Nuggies a championship contender. Rockies have the night off. They begin a weekend series with the Arizona Diamondbacks tomorrow. Hey, check this out. 9-year-old baseball tournament in Silverthorne. The Rocky Mountain Thunder from Arvada go home for 1 out, to first base for 2, and then no way. Wow, that's a triple play. Thunder only made 1 error. Watch catcher Jesse Gonzalez. He gets high-fived right in the face. Ouch. Hopefully the whole team went out for ice cream to celebrate afterwards.
That is something else.
Triple scoops, in fact, they deserve.
Exactly. That would be appropriate.
Yes. The Cleveland Cavaliers are pretty good at basketball, but even better at laser tag. The Cavs beat the Atlanta Hawks last night despite the fact some moron in the crowd was shining a distracting laser pointer at them every time they shot free throws. LeBron James still scored 38 points. Police officers tried to identify who was causing all the trouble, but came up empty. Craziest thing, I went to give my LeBron doll a little tap on the head today. Look what I noticed right there in the middle of his forehead.
Stop it.
It's a laser light. Someone in the office was pointing one right at him. The Colorado Buffaloes suffered one of the most lopsided losses in school history tonight. The New Mexico Lobos beat them by 41 points at Albuquerque in a game featuring the worst sequence in college basketball history. A remarkable 4 turnovers, 2 by each team in just 21 seconds. Unfortunately, CU played like this the entire game, while New Mexico actually made a few baskets. Buffs lose by a final score of 106-65. Oh boy. Colorado State lost to Baylor 87-82 in double overtime. Air Force slipped past Long Beach 69-68. At DU tonight, Southern Utah beat the Pioneers, second worst sequence in college basketball history. 2 turnovers plus an airball layup in 10 seconds. Pios lose 74-68. We want a pitcher, not a belly itcher. Turns out Little League baseball hero Danny Almonte is one for the ages. Almonte is the Bronx, New York kid who pitched the first Little League World Series perfect game in 54 years. But get this, Sports Illustrated magazine did some digging and uncovered a birth document in Almonte's native Dominican Republic, which proves he's actually 14 years old instead of the Little League limit 12. Danny's a fraud. People first became suspicious of Almonte's age when he listed shuffleboard as his hobby on the Little League questionnaire and smelled like Old Spice aftershave lotion during the United States Championship game.
Sure.
Rockies pitcher Adam Bernero took some bad advice from a San Francisco Giants fan last night. Bernero was on the mound in the bottom of the second facing Barry Bonds for the first time in his career and considering intentionally walking him like everyone else does when an elderly gentleman sitting in the front row held up a sign that read, "Pitch to Barry." Okay, if you insist.
Barry Bonds to deep right center field. Wilson going back to the track and leaps, and it is gone.
Yeah, thanks for the tip. Career home run number 681 for Bonds. Giants snap Colorado's 5-game winning streak. Pop quiz, time for tonight's True or False question. True or false, when Los Angeles Lakers superstar Kobe Bryant scored an incredible 81 points during last night's game with the Toronto Raptors, he established a new all-time NBA record for most points in a game. True or false, nobody in the 59-year history of the league ever scored more than Kobe's eye-popping 81. The correct answer is... That's false. Bryant's total is the second highest in league history, trailing only Wilt Chamberlain, who scored exactly 100 points against the New York Knicks in 1962. So, here's the updated list now. Wilt, first place all-time with 100. Kobe is second with 81. Wilt is third with 78 points. And former Nugget star David Thompson, fourth on the all-time list now with 73. Bunch of ball hogs right here. Tonight, he'll wear his Broncos uniform for the last time in his career. But first, it's curtains for retiring star running back Terrell Davis.
9 News proudly presents Bobblehead Theatre with your host, Drew Soisher.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Bobblehead Theater, America's only spring-loaded talk show. I'm Drew Soisher, and we're thrilled to welcome our guest today, Denver Broncos star running back Terrell Davis. TD, welcome to Bobblehead Theater. Great to see you're still smiling despite the knee injury.
What am I supposed to do? I'm taking everything in stride, and hey, I'm like, whichever way the wind blows, I'm fine with it.
How is it you're able to stay so positive?
I've reflected on a lot of things that I've done, and things that I'm going to do. And football's great, but it's not everything in life. I mean, you know, it was fun while it lasted. If this is meant to be the end, then hey, it was meant to be the end.
Sounds like you're leaning towards retirement.
You know, believe me, I would love to play, but again, I can't. My mind doesn't play football. My body does, and if it's not cooperating, then hey, you know, I gotta find something else to be an all-American or a Pro Bowler at, you know.
Terrell Davis, get well soon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Drew Soicher, and until next time on Bobblehead Theater, it's curtains.
Bobblehead Theater, an exclusive presentation of 9 News.
Over the course of his remarkable football career, Davis has made appearances on The Late Show with David Letterman, Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, Sesame Street, and now Bobblehead Theater. We are going to play Drew's Clues, more silly childish stuff. Clue number 1, after a brief courtship, they got engaged on Christmas Day 2004 when he presented her with an eye-popping 9-carat diamond ring. Clue number 2, he's a 22-year-old NBA star, she's 27 and works as a VJ for MTV. And clue number 3, their publicist confirmed today that the couple is expecting their first child in March. The answer is Nuggets forward Carmelo Anthony and fiancée Lala Vasquez. I have got the perfect baby gift for when we get invited to the shower, right?
Yeah.
It's the Mellow in a box. Don't you think the baby would just love this?
Great.
The resolution on the ThunderVision video screen is so sharp that you probably ought to comb your hair before coming to the ball game, just in case somebody points a camera at you. Is there something stuck in my teeth? They handed out 7,500 free cereal bowls at the Rapids game tonight, and then, wouldn't you know it, the home team snapped, crackled, and popped. The Broncos played like WKRAP in Cincinnati.
Kind of amazed
Wonderful advertisement in this morning.
Amazed by this newspaper
The
ad.
scene section of this morning's Denver Post. It's for a deep tone, once-a-week workout.
Yeah.
You see this?
That's a before and after.
It's a before and after. Yeah, this woman weighed 197 pounds before, 135 after. Deep tone guarantees you'll lose weight and inches, but I don't think this is what they had in mind. She lost. Look, yeah, she lost inches, all right. She's 1.5 feet shorter after. Pop quiz. Get out your number 2 pencil. Time for this morning's Drew or False question. True or false, Hawaiian-born Chad Rowan, better known as Grand Sumo champion Akebono, who announced his retirement yesterday, only played one sport in high school, and it was basketball. True or false, starting at center, 6'8", 500 pounds, Chad Rowan.
Oh, enjoy your Cocoa Puffs, everyone.
Ew,
So Chad's got a chafing problem.
True.
A little lotion wouldn't hurt. The correct answer is...
Man. Yikes.
Drew. Rowan was a basketball player at Oahu's Kaiser High School. He chose not to wrestle or play football because he didn't like contact sports. Give me Liberty Bowl or give me death. The Colorado State Rams won their second straight Mountain West Conference championship last night. They beat the Wyoming Cowboys in the Border War, and if this game were a movie, the title would be Happy Gallimore.
It's loose and it's picked off in the air by Gallimore. Jason down the far sideline to the 30. Gets a block at the 20. 10, 5, touchdown Rams.
Junior safety Jason Gallimore scored his first career touchdown, and then, believe it or not, Jason's identical twin brother Justin scored his first.
Throws far side, picked off by Gallimore. He's going to take it down the far sideline. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Justin Gallimore.
Identical twins right down to their football statistics. CSU beats Wyoming 37-13 and wins the Bronze Boot plus a Liberty Bowl berth for the second year in a row. This is the CSU sophomore quarterback, Bradley Van Pelt. There's a reporter. Look what
She's a little disinterested, doesn't she?
She sticks the mic in his face and completely turns her back. So, what do you think about this season? Pop quiz, get out your number 2 pencil. Time for this morning's True or False question.
Brutal.
True or false, campus high school basketball star Britt Clubb of Hayesville, Kansas, wearing white uniform number 15, who suffered an embarrassing moment this week, wears baggy boxer shorts under his uniform as opposed to the traditional tighty-whities because he says they make him feel more comfortable. True or false, Britt Clubb prefers boxers over briefs.
That's actually in a publication somewhere where you found that out.
Hurry up, answer it.
Drew.
Oh,
I say false.
The correct answer is indeed false.
That's funny.
Club wears size 32 Fruit of the Loom undies, and every one of his classmates have now seen them.